As leasing agents and property managers, we get a lot of weird questions, don't we? And we've got to deal with some strange situations sometimes. Well, one of those weird questions, strange situation scenarios just came up on the Leasing University monthly coaching call. Hopefully you realize this. All of y'all in the Legion of Leasers, the army of apartment maniacs, every single person that has access to leasinguniversity.com also can join the monthly coaching calls. They happen the first Monday of every single month. I work with everybody in a live Zoom meeting. You can ask me questions. I give you answers. Today's was phenomenal. We went through objections. We answered questions. And I got a great one from Michael, my main man, Michael. Michael, hopefully you're watching this. Comment below. But Michael asked during our coaching call, he said, Matt, I get a lot of strange calls. I said, Michael, define strange, right? Because there's a whole host of weird things people can call an apartment community about. And he said, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. I said, try me. We're getting a lot of calls from people saying, I'm looking for a friend, right? Or I'm shopping for my mom and dad, or I'm looking for a friend and I've just got a few questions. And these people are very guarded. They don't share a lot of information. He said, I get a weird vibe from a lot of these people that are calling looking for a friend. I want you to comment below if you've had people call your apartment community and say, hey, I've got a few questions about availability, about the community, about your prices. It's not for me, it's for a friend. Basically, like they're back in 6th grade trying to ask somebody out on behalf of a friend. I want you to comment below. Put if you've had a call from somebody looking for a friend, or just put a comment with the strangest question that you've ever had somebody call into the leasing office with. I want to read your comments. And by the way, if you work in property management and you haven't subscribed to this channel, badow! Hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it if you give this video a like. Helps the algorithm, helps other property managers and leasing agents discover this channel. Let's get back to Michael's question. So he's getting a lot of calls at his community. Hey, I'm looking for a friend, or I'm looking for my mom, or I'm calling on behalf of my my aunt or my uncle or my cousin Barry. You know, he's looking for an apartment. And these people that are looking for a friend are not sharing the information that Michael needs to really go through his Leasing University phone training and figure out what's important to that renter, why it's important, what they want to see first, why they want to see it first. And the answer is, if you're getting calls from people looking for a friend, they may actually be looking for a friend, or they may be a little shell-shocked because they've worked with other communities that haven't been through the Leasing University sales process, and you know how that goes. It's not great calling an apartment community. People are used to getting some pretty awful service, right? So it may just be that they're deflecting and saying that they're looking for a friend. Either way, your response is the same. I want you to go back through your Leasing University phone training. And I want you to be cool. I want you to be positive. Don't, even if they're sounding weird, don't you fight that urge to be like, what? Are you sure you're looking for a friend? Don't question them, even if you feel like they're lying to you. Don't put them in a position where they feel like they've got to double down and prove to you that they're not lying to you. Just simply say, hey, I get it. I'm with you. You must be a great friend. Be positive. I get it. I'm with you. I hear you. Let me ask you, let's say it's a friend. Let me ask you, knowing your friend as you know your friend, I want you to write that down. Use your sword and shield, write that down. Knowing your friend as you know your friend. It's important to say both of those because we're establishing something going on in their brain here, and I'm going to explain it to you in a second. Knowing your friend as you know your friend. What do you think would be most important to them in their next apartment? Knowing your friend as you know your friend, what do you think would be most important to them in their next apartment? Well, I'm not sure. You know, I know the price is just important to them. I just want to check the price. Let's say they're being really difficult and they're not sharing with you. I get it. I hear you. And Tell them the price. We don't teach you at Leasing University to hide things. So if they want to know the price, tell them the price. $1,200 for a 2-bedroom, or our 2-bedrooms range from $1,050 to $1,400 depending on the floor plan. Hey, just out of curiosity, let me ask you, what do you think your friend would want to see first when they get here to take a look at the apartment? And then when they answer you, why? And just go right back into your phone training. Knowing your friend as you know your friend. Knowing especially easy if they're saying they're calling on behalf of their parents, right? Knowing your mom and dad, or knowing your mom, or knowing your dad as you know your mom. You probably know your mom better than anybody. What do you think is most important to your mom? Talk to me a little bit about where your mom is living now. You're basically having that same exact conversation that we teach you to have, just with knowing your mom as a surrogate, right? Knowing your mom is just the surrogate. It's the filler that we're putting in front of it, and then we're getting them to share. Don't let somebody call you shopping for a friend throw you off your game. You need to stick with it, be positive, figure out what's most important to them or their mom or their friend, why it's important to them or their mom or their friend, what they want to see first or what they think their mom or their friend's going to want to see first, and why they want to see that first. It's vital. It's critical for you to have a deep knowledge of your prospect. Even when it's not your prospect on the phone, you can still get information. Realize this. Nobody shops for apartments for fun, okay? And even if they're going to have a friend or family member call for them on their behalf, especially if they're going to have a friend or a family member call on their behalf, there's a reason for that call. That prospect is looking for something. Learn what you can about their current situation and what their ideal scene is, and you're going to be in a great position to get the lease. I hope this helps. I can't wait to read your comments, especially the ones on craziest phone call you've ever had. Hope you've subscribed to the channel. Hope you've hit the like button. And until the next video, I want you to be great, and I want you to get those leases. I'll see you on next month's coaching call. I'm out. 500 of the top property management companies work with Leasing University. We conduct 100 live apartment leasing training events per year. We help our clients sign over 100,000 additional leases per year, adding $2 billion to their revenue. Leasing consultants that have access to Leasing University lease 7 times more apartments than the rest of the industry. Leasing University is new. Leasing University is game-changing, and Leasing University will get you 7 times more leases. Listen, the apartment industry has changed. The way people rent apartments today is totally different than it was yesterday. Today's renter has more access to information, and they've got more choices in apartments than they've ever had before. If you're struggling to get leases, it's most likely not your location, it's not your amenities, and it's not your price. It's your sales training. If you've been made to sit through a boring class or unrealistic online training, and you're not getting the skills that you need to work with renters, to help you handle their objections, and to make sure you close the lease and rent the apartment, well, that ends today with Leasing University. Our simple, fun, and exciting step-by-step online training and live events will give you the skills and confidence that you need to lease 7 times more apartments. Earn your certified leasing consultant credential in less than 30 days with Leasing University. Simply click on the link to get started and head over to leasinguniversity.com now to start your training.